Well, how about I prepare by getting a scene with someone? Let's see, where's my social? Okay, there's two of them actually, May and Misty. Okay, let's do May. Ah, are you also assistant? Sonia is assistant, Nate is assistant, Bianca is assistant, and you are also. Ah, I wish there was a choice that I could say to Professor Oak, could I be your assistant here? Anyway. Oh, hey May. Didn't expect to see you here. What are you up to? Epsiloridani! Hiya! I'm just doing some research. Ah, my dream. What about school stuff? Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out for bug class. Berg mentioned that the way bug types create their webs is more an art than science. Okay. But my dad says art is just science people haven't put the formula to yet. That's interesting way of thinking about it. Alright. Your dad. Oh! Professor Birch. Right? The one and only. I guess you were raised in a pretty sciencey household then. I'm so jealous. Yep, science research have been in the Birch family line for generations. Okay, my jealousy is increasing to disturbing levels right now. My dad used to move to Hoenn to study the biodiversity there a few years before I was born. So, is that what you want to do when you graduate? Nah, I would never do better than my dad anyway. I want to be contest coordinator with Brendan. Oh, right. I think you might have mentioned that. How did you and Brenda end up becoming interested in coordinating anyway? Contest coordinating, musical coordinating is different thing. Yeah, I didn't say musical, I just said coordinating, but... Huh? What do you mean, my bad? No, you didn't say anything bad, you said coordinating. Yeah, she said contest coordinator, you said coordinating, which is the thing. Exactly. I did say musical, come on now. Whatever. It's no problem. Anyway, contests are really popular in Hoenn. Actually, that's where they were invented. I guess we both just kinda grew up watching coordinators on TV instead of trainers. So that's who we wanted to become. Kind of funny that you're going to enter an arts field instead of science field, huh? Well, you know, children are not obligated to do what their parents do, right? This is not the 1600s where if you're a farmer's son or daughter, you have to also do a farming stuff. No. We are free. We live in a free society. At least a significant part of the population lives in democracies. I guess it is. My dad was surprised actually. He always thought that I'd take over the Birch Lab when he retired. Actually, I think he's a bit angry at Brendan, because he thinks Brendan made me want to be a coordinator. Really? But Brendan's always talked so highly about your dad. Yeah, but that's a different story. Look, someone can hate you, but you don't have to reciprocate by hating him back. You can also love them, or care them, or have positive feelings about a person who hates you. That's possible. Yeah, my dad's a really big softy. But when he's angry at someone, the worst he'll do is not offer an extra cornbread at dinner. Cornbread? Corn bread. Wait, so what, you grind the corn to a powder and then you make bread of it? Is that the thing? Is that the actual thing, or is this just United States thing? Okay, note to self, check what is cornbread, and is this a very localized thing or a worldwide thing? Because I don't think I have ever in my short life seen a cornbread or anything like that sold in stores in my vicinity. The horror! Besides, Brendan's so nice, I don't think I'd ever notice if someone were furious with him. I don't know what Brendan could even do to make someone furious with him. Well, just ask Hilbert, that's easy. Duh. Yeah, I mean, the only arguments we ever have really are about something I cook. Right. I kinda clued into that actually. What's the deal there? I'm not sure if that's appropriate because you're asking details about their relationship, and that's, you know, that's private. But to be fair, she brought it up, so I think it's fine. Since then you're entitled to ask new details because she herself started the conversation topic. Oh, it's well, okay, Red. Now make a move and say you don't have to talk about it if it's uncomfortable. Are you trying to decide something? Yeah, I'm trying to decide if you're a prick for asking that or not. Oh. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should tell you, but I guess I can't. We know each other well enough and you're friends with Brendan. Yeah, I got 10 EXP with you, which means that we know each other well enough. That is true. Well, there we go. But I think I'm gonna leave it up to this coin. Huh? Wait for it. Yeah, I remember this coin story. That you flipped a coin and decided on the coin whether or not you should go on a date with Brendan. Okay. Yeah. Isn't flipping a coin to decide this kinda irresponsible? I mean, if you don't trust me, that's fine. But I won't leave it up to chance. No, look, it's fine. It means that she cannot make her mind, which means both of them, telling me and not telling me, are both valid choices, and she just needs to have some kind of final decision, and she doesn't want that I, Red, would choose it because I have a bias, so she has unbiased fair coin with 50-50 chance. So to me this makes sense as long as you're not deciding on someone's life, right? It's totally irresponsible, but it's a good thing I'm not responsible at all. The coin is. That's an interesting interpretation of how responsibility works. Okay, so that's heads. So sure, I guess I'll tell you. Sure. So, I like to cook. I do pretty much all of the cooking for my dorm. So, Leaf eats your food. Okay. Can I also eat? I mean, like, for testing purposes, you know? And whatever Brendan and I have picnics for, or whatever, I cook for those too. Okay, I'm with you so far. This has been a roller coaster of drama already, but okay. I learned back home in Ho and taught myself actually. My dad's great with a grill, but he can also kinda only grill. So I learned how to cook and bake just so we had a bit more variety in our food, and I got really good at it too. But pretty much the only things I know how to make are meat and sweets. Which makes sense, you're 18, you don't have haven't had enough time to learn more, right? But now that you are here, you have time, so don't worry about it, you are learning, just like all of us here. And Brendan's a vegetarian who doesn't like sweet things. Aha, okay, now this makes sense now. Now, since you cannot make food that Brendan can eat. That's a problem, but this would motivate you to do try new dishes, right? If I understand you correctly. Eesh! That's unfortunate. Yeah, and the weird part is that he wasn't always like that. We've been dating for years, known each other for 10, and for the first 9, he couldn't get enough of my cooking. Well, you know, this makes... Hey, wait. Okay, you have known each other for 10 years, so you met when you were 8. And... okay, this means he turned to vegetarianism and unsweetness at age 17, which is fine. It's one of your formative years. You know, he read about mistreatment of animals or whatever, and he decided, okay, I cannot eat meat. That sounds reasonable, right? I know that nobody can help it if his tastes changed, but I don't think what to do now. I can't cook nearly as often as I used to. There's not a lot I know how to make that he can actually eat at this point. You do like cooking for him, right? Like, you're not just doing it out of a sense of obligation. Of course, it's really fun, and besides, it's how I tell him I love him. Cute. So, if you make me a dish, does it mean you love me too? Well, anyway, forgive me for asking a dumb question, but have you considered learning some new recipes? I think she has. Oh, sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? No, I don't think you did. I think that was a completely valid question given the circumstances, right? No, it's just I've known 5 recipes for 10 years. Okay, now it's time for you to get the 6th recipe, right? It's you don't have to know them by heart. Just go to the internet and just put in DuckDuckGo some recipe for wait a second, vegetarian food. Lentil soup, for example, and voila. Then you have to do it. There are like GIFs, like recipe GIFs, if you don't like reading for some reason, and also recipe videos with real time, so they will teach you very in real time how to do stuff. And start from easy. Like lentil soup is very easy to do. Even I, who have no talent of making food, made it, and it tasted good actually. So you can't fuck it up unless you try very hard of fucking it up. Yeah, there's difficulty levels on it. So start easy and go harder and by the time as the time goes on. Anyway, and I'm good at them. What if it turns out I'm not good at any others? Well, then you practice. Nobody is a blacksmith when they are born, right? You have to learn to be better. You were not good at the first 5 recipes either when you started, right? So you perfected them by years of doing it, right? Yes, exactly. This is my point. You could practice. Practice of Brendan? I'm not going to give my sweetheart crappy food just so I can get better. Okay, that's a valid point. Yes, you can practice on your dorm mates, or even better by yourself, or even better by me because I'm poor. I need to get some. Look, I have only 1,200 Pokémon dollars, so I need to pay my tuition. So if I get some free food, I can give you constructive criticism, right? Red. We are thinking the same. Thank you, Red. You and me, we are the best buddies. Maybe I should flip a coin for this. Yeah, you should flip a coin to decide whether you can flip a coin. Yes, infinite recursion. Oh, I get it. Huh? This isn't about cooking at all. It kind of is. Or well, I mean, it's about their relationship. She's trying to get relationship advice from you, of a person who doesn't have a relationship, but for some reason, Red has a knack for feelings. He's very empathetic and he can read people's feelings very well. So maybe May senses it. That's why he's talking about this problem, which isn't really a problem. They have a working relationship. They have just one food thingy here which they need to fix or something like that. You're afraid of change, aren't you? Hey, that's a bit rude. No, I think that was a valid guess, to be honest, but okay. It's the only thing that makes sense. You don't want to make big decisions, so you let other people or that coin make them for you. And you don't want to learn new recipes because right now you're good at everything you make. Even if Brenna's overexposed to it, you know how the food is objectively good. So why change it? Right? Uh-oh, did I blow it? No, that was a good guess, but she will correct you if you're wrong. Don't worry about it. It's guessing is fun anyway. I guess you aren't entirely wrong, but you can't tell Brendan this. He just thinks I'm really forgetful. No, we didn't make a promise. Look, I didn't promise you to keep secrets. No. No, don't do this, May. I'm his doormate. I'm not gonna keep secrets from my friends. Don't do this bullshit here. Come on, May. I don't think couples should have secrets from each other. I won't tell Brenda, but you should. Okay, this is okay, good, Red. This is good take. So yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, you're right. Of course. I am afraid of change. I never thought that was a bad thing, though. Everything's going fine now, so why try to fix what isn't broken? Yeah, I mean, I get it, but oh Jesus Christ, this fear of change is a theme in a visual novel called Clannad. If you guys haven't heard about it, please check it out. Clannad is extremely powerful visual novel. It's very long, of course, but it deals with change in an extremely deep way, and it is an exquisite piece of art. It's a phenomenal. I recommend it wholeheartedly. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100%, whatever. It's visual novels at their best. And if you read the visual novel, it will answer the question. Everything's going fine now, so why try to fix what isn't broken? I'm not gonna tell you the answer. It depends on a person. But May, if you read the Clannad, you will get the answer. Change isn't always about fixing broken thing. Change sometimes just lets you get better. I mean, you're in bug type elective. You know this, right? A bug's gotta bash all its insides up into gross goop before it can become a butterfly. Um, okay, this is a nice analogy, Red. It's a good one. Good. Are you saying I need to enter my gross scoop phase? Maybe. I'm just saying that all change isn't bad. That's all. Well, yeah, a caterpillar might think its life is perfect, but I'm pretty sure there's no butterfly that would want to go back to being a caterpillar. Agreed. Also, your dad's a scientist, and you've been around sciencey stuff your whole life. You know how important evolution is, right? Not just for Pokémon. People have to evolve too. But if you want to evolve, that means you need to actively make the choice to. And you need to decide what you're evolving into. You can't just flip a coin on that. Actually, verbal randomly evolve into either Silcoon or Cascoon. No, I don't think it's random, right? It depends on the night time or daytime. Or am I wrong? Okay, this is making me doubt because I'm pretty sure it depends on the time of the day, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you're a Wurmple. I used to pretend to be one. My dad brought me a sleeping bag that looked like a Cascoon. I love that thing. I wish I would have something like that too. But then I got too big for it. Yeah, growing up sucks. I know. Evolution does have its downsides, like not fitting in your cozy Cascoon sleeping bag anymore. But the upsides are too big to turn down. Yeah, this is true. There are like upsides of being like 5-year-old in perpetuity. You would need any responsibility. If food is brought to you, you can just play like 8 hours a day or so. But of course it means you don't have any freedom. You can't go out whenever you please. You cannot buy anything. You cannot make your own food. And there's no privacy, right? And you cannot read any stuff which is above your age limit, or watch any movies which are above your age limit. So, like, to take an analogy what Red said, many children don't want to be adults, but there's no adult who want to be children again in the strictest sense. They want this like feeling of security and warmness maybe, but they don't want to rescind their freedoms, right? Pretty big of Mr. I'm never evolving my Pikachu to be lecturing me on evolution. Hey, I would if I could, and he wouldn't evolve, of course. It's kind of weird I'm telling you this stuff before everyone else, but I really want Brenda to see me as better than I am. You know. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, that's a good point that you don't talk this with Brendan. I mean, or actually, this is more weird. Why don't you talk this with your girlfriends in the dorm, like with Leaf or who else was there? Garden? No, not Garden. Yeah, there was Leaf and Hilda and I think Bianca was one of your dorm mates. Why don't you talk to them instead of me? It's weird. But maybe this means that if you talk to Leaf, then Leaf will tell all the other dorm mates, and you want to isolate the information to one person instead of the whole dorm. I don't know. I mean, the scientist daughter and entomologist who doesn't want to go through with their own metamorphosis. It sounds like a bad joke. Yeah, it does. I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Brendan is the most non-judgmental guy I know, and this I agree. and it's obvious that he loves you just as much as you love him. So in the end, I would say this is much ado about nothing, but if your biggest problem is about food, that you make food that he doesn't like, if that's the biggest relationship problem you have a great relationship, and just cherish it. The fact that you're so worried about this making this work is proof that even if you're afraid of changing what you have and messing up, you'd find a way to fix it. Oh, thanks, Episode Daddy. You're a good friend. Yeah, yes I am. I try my best, but again, the best way to fix any issues you think you might be having is to just tell Brendan everything you've told me. Episode Daddy, have you ever had a girlfriend? Are you hitting on me? No, she's not. She's not hitting on me, but no, Red doesn't have, or haven't had. Red hasn't had any girlfriend or boyfriend, I think. Ha! No, I have not. But by the end of this game, I will have a girlfriend, and her name is either Leaf or Sabrina. Or is there anyone else? Well, I like Serena too, but it's gonna be either Leaf or Sabrina, who I will take with me as my girlfriend by the end. What about the boyfriend? Nope, though I would be open to it. Maybe I should be worried about how much time you're spending around with Brendan then. Well, no, not any more than you. Brendan should be worried about me spending time with you. Badumch. Nah, I'm not a home wrecker. Don't worry about me. Phew, that's a relief. Anyway, why do you ask about whether I've ever had a partner, I mean? Well, I believe it's obvious because Red has a lot of empathy and Red understands people's feelings. Right? It's just you're giving a lot of advice for someone who's never actually been in a situation. Where does this come from, huh? Will you be offended if I say common sense? A little bit, yeah. But everything he says is common sense, to be honest, so that's the truth. Sorry, but that's where this is coming from. I mean, communication works. And it's the only thing that works. If you can't Pokemon battle it into submission, then you just gotta talk to it. And it doesn't work, nothing will. And no, you can't Pokemon battle away your fear of change. Dang it! You also can't Pokemon contest away your fear of change. Double dang it! If the idea of just explaining why you make the same memes for Brendan over and over is really that terrifying, though, then you can just practice your new recipes on me, like I said. Maybe a little bit less spice than you would normally do, though. No, spiciness is good. What are you talking about, Red? Alright, thank you, but please don't tell Brendan about this. Fine. I make one exception. I'll keep your secret, but this is gonna be the only secret I keep. Because this is so banal. So I keep it, but if this was almost anything else, I wouldn't keep it, and I would promise to keep it. I won't, as long as you promise you will eventually will. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. That's a good move, Red. Okay, I will. Good. Now May is obligated to tell him, and the secret will be only temporary. Good. I'm glad. Anyway, also, can I say I'm kinda jealous? Huh? It's really obvious how much you and Brendan care for each other. I want that someday. Yeah. Indeed. Oh, that's sweet of you. I'm sure you'll find someone who loves you as much as I love Brendan. What do you love about the guy? I mean, I know why I like him, but what's your reason? I'm not sure I could say them all. He's so kind. If he thinks anybody's feeling lonely or needs help with something, he's always there. Even if he's not actually good at the thing he's helping with. And he's so funny. He's got such an innocent mind. And we can look at the same thing and see two completely different things. He always sees the world a different way than I do, and I love finding out how he feels about things. It's been years since we started dating, but I still learn new things about his mind every day, and I love that. Okay. He seems like the opposite of a simple person. If you've been dating a long time and you still learn new things, it means Brendan is not a simplistic airhead, actually. So is it just an act that he's an airhead? No, I think so, but there's more to it then. Okay, but when are you going to mention that he's hot and fit as hell? I was getting to that. Let me phone over a boyfriend at my own pace, please. Mea culpa. My fault. Well, I usually mention that because I don't want to seem shallow. But I really do love how much effort he puts in their appearance. Oh, I get it. If the first thing you say, but no, if it's the only thing you say, it makes you seem shallow. Yes, but you can start with it and then work your way through the deeper stuff. Right? Don't worry about it. Part of it is just the Pokemon coordinators need to look good if they want to win, but he goes above and beyond. He wakes up at 6 morning every day so he can work out, take a shower, brush his teeth and do his hair. I have noticed. Brendan's pretty fastidious for such a big guy. But fastidious. Okay, note shelf. Check the dictionary. What is fastidious? Yeah, I love that about him. He's so disciplined, and when he's got his mind on something, he'll never let go, and he works so hard on anything he tries to. But if he never let go, is it that kind of negative trait? Right? If he gets his mind, he's then stubborn about something, and he'll never change his mind or something like that. It's I'm not sure what do you mean that he'll never let go, but this seems like a negative trait. Whatever. Extolling Brenna's virtues with May makes you feel as though you both have a better understanding of Brendanity. You gain 3 points with Brendan. Good. What about you, May? Do I get 3 points with you? With us? I'm sorry, I need to go cuddle my boyfriend. I just remembered how much I love him. Ah. Love him enough to tell him why you don't want to make him any new meals? Maybe after practice. I'll take it, and I'm here to help. You got any noxious, steaming piles of mystery food eggs. I'll try them before they get anywhere near Brenda's delicate palate. What? A plate. I think they misspelled plate, unless this means something. Thanks. I bet you'll be a great taster. Okay, my relationship evolves from friend to taster. Okay, so I'm better than a friend, I guess. I get EXP to Firebug, a fighting Pokemon. Okay, nice. As soon as night falls. Oh, I forgot we have battle team meeting there. Make way to the battle hall. While the grounds, a security member notices you, looks at the digital pad in his hand, and nods, letting you through. Okay. Oh, wait. Dawn is here, and Bea and Erika. How many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and Janine. Okay. 10 people in battle team. Walking into battle hall, you see a few faces you recognize out of about a dozen people. In fact, you see everyone you battled during the tryouts. Whoa, everyone I battled got in. I guess I already knew 4 of them did, but still. What's going on? Huh? Dusk. Are you smoking? Huh? Line up. Huh? What do you mean line up? Or tell me we should be in a straight line or something? Okay, whatever. Sure. Alright, listen up. 2001. The battle team got 47 members through QQ1, 23 through QQ2, 5 through QQ3, and 0 through QQ4. Despite being eliminated during the third quarter clash, the previous team captain appointed me next year's captain. 2002. The battle team, under my command, got through the third quarter clash with 5 members out of 62. Again, no one got through QQ4 in the national tournament. This time I was eliminated in the 4th round. Regrettably, I had removed 5 of my own teammates across the entire year. Not a mistake I intend to repeat. 2003. Last year. So are you saying this is 2004? The game is set on 2004, right? The team was much smaller, only 38 members. For the 3rd year in a row, we got 5 members through Quarter Clash 3. I didn't participate that year because I didn't want to eliminate any of my teammates. Unfortunately, 4 of the team members who got through Quarter Clash 3 were eliminated in Quarter Clash 4, and 1 was disqualified. Okay, thanks for the history lesson. Is there any point of this, Janine? I like that I know it's year 2004, but if it's 2004, why do we have smartphones in that case? But okay. That brings us to 2004. I have tried something completely different this year. If you were thinking the tryouts were rigged, grab a cookie. I wasn't trying to put everyone on equal footing. If I was trying to see how you handled adversity. I'm serious about the cookies, by the way. There's a plate on the table over there. Sweet, let's take it. Okay, even. Okay, we are safe with even at this point. Oh, how delightful. Hey, I thought the battle team was meant to be super intense and hardcore, but you're baking cookies for us? I mean, those are not mutually exclusive. Come on now, Leaf. If we are going to do some hardcore training, we need some refreshments. It's not like a fucking boot camp that everyone has to treat you like I'm a piece of shit or something like that. No, we are here voluntarily. If this Janine is mistreating us, we can just walk away, right? Nothing is stopping us to leave. If I'm going to push you harder than you've ever been pushed before, I'm going to start off gently. Besides, I don't make them, Instructor Bertta did. Alright, that's enough time. Get back in line. So, as I said, trying something different. In previous years, I pretty much followed Lance's advice to a T. But you know, Lance is a piece of shit, and you notice that it doesn't work. You lost the battles when you followed his advice, so let's not follow his advice this time. But we failed to put any of our own in national tournament, the biggest Kobukan event for 4 years. If we fail again this year, this will be the longest Kobukan Academy has ever gone without placing a current student in the national tournament. Kobukan deserves better than that. Besides, there is no notable alumni who have declared they will be launching a Kobukan exchange this year. It's up to us. If necessary, I will launch my own bid for the national tournament this year. I'm certain I could have made it last year. I just chose not to. Ha! You don't need to worry about that, Johnny. I'll sweep that national tournament so hard they'll put me in history books. Johnny? Wow. Call me that again, and I swear to God, the only thing you'll be sweeping is this arena. In case I do have to launch my own campaign, in case I'm not sure any of you can make it, I've kept the battle team very small. Hopefully, we won't get matched up against each other until the end of the year. Though, even if you are eliminated from the national championships, you can still participate in intra-school tournaments and experience the battle team's intense training. Now, any questions? How did you pick the battle team members? I looked for what was lacking in previous years. The last few years battle teams have just been the most powerful students. It seemed obvious that I should pick those, right? Lance thought so. But raw power hasn't been working out. So maybe my dad had a point after all. I don't know. But this is the last year I've got to figure it out, because no matter what we're placing in the national tournaments this year. Look, I'll be straight with you. I've been watching all of you. In your gym classes, in the fields, in your dorms, in the toilets, you know. The tryouts were a formality. There's only a couple of you who surprised me in the tryouts. I pretty much knew how they were going to go down. What? Only a couple of you have enough Pokémon about multiple different strategies. If you're both using a no strategy, it's pretty easy to just run the calcs before the tryout. Which I did. Well, would it be alright if I asked what I demonstrated that you thought would be a worthy addition to the team? Why, I thought I did rather abominably. I was all but ready to pack my luggage and head home. Erika, how much did you spend to prepare your team for this battle tryout? Oh, well, discussing matters monetary concern in public is rather vulgar now. Agreed, this is not the topic you should bring up, Janine. I have to agree with Erika. Deal. Well, just over 400,000. Okay. I kind of knew you came from a rich place because we had this discussion in the garden, but wow. So, full restore is 3,000. So, 300,000 would be 100 full restores. Okay, this is ridiculous. What did you buy then? Did you buy proteins? Oh yeah, of course. You bought proteins, irons, zincs, and carboses and HP ups. Each one of them is 10,000. So if you bought 40,000, let's see, if you bought 40 of them, so 8 of each, then it gives you already 400,000. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, right. And how much would you been willing to spend if you could guarantee victory? Well, I think it would be irresponsible to spend any more than 5 million on a single series battles, yes. Okay, Miss Millionaire here. Erika, did you know that there's a cap? And you cannot have more than 999,999 Pokemon dollars in your inventory. But no, wait, actually, I think this was scrapped. In newer games, the maximum is 9,999,999 if I remember correctly. So you can have 5 million. So 50% of your maximum you could spend. Yeah, greed would be irresponsible. 5 million? She'd have been willing to spend 5 million tryouts? Holy shit, that's a lot. That's a lot for me. That's a lot. Yeah, so that's why. Battle Team is pretty well funded, but never having to worry about the cost of TMs, trading items, field trips. That's a very calculable advantage. Oh, so I'm a member of Battle Team because I can afford to be then. Yeah, you got it because you're rich. Now, deal with it. No. My dad recommended you to me specifically. He said your knowledge of high-level competitive Pokemon theory is the best of any of his students. Okay, then it's fine, it's fine. It's not because of money. Besides, your Pokemon were some of the highest level before the Equalizer. You've got a lot going for you. It seems I failed to put it into practice, though. Yeah, but that's what Battle Team's training will do. It'll crush your mistake. Very well, I'll do my best not to disappoint. It's nice to see Erika again, because I think I saw her all at the garden, and then we had a long time we didn't see him again. Well, what about me? You say you'll be watching us. If you really be watching me, then I don't get why the hell you'd want me in this school. Never mind the Battle Team. You're fearless. When you talked back to Lance during the exhibition match, that's what I want to see more of. A lot of people lose because they think they can't beat their foe. I get the feeling that you think you can't win, but you're gonna fight anyway. That's not fearlessness, I just don't have anything to lose. Then you win. Then what about... Okay, that's enough. I'm not going to go through each of you one by one and tell you why I think you have a shot at the national championships. You should all be smart enough to figure it out amongst each other, or just trade the letters I wrote you. Whatever. Thanks, Janine. Yeah, whatever. It's getting late. Let's talk strategy for the first quarter clash, which starts May 5th. Okay, there's April 23rd, so there's 12 days, alright? Oh yeah. Oh look, Blue can do the math in his head. Oh shit, you calculated a very difficult arithmetic stuff here. Congratulations. Did you also manage to tie your shoes in the morning? Huh? Well, that's just 12 days from now. Ugh. Calm down. No Battle Team member has ever been eliminated in the first quarter clash. You're up against the entire general population of Kobukan, including hobbyists, and people who only keep Pokemon as pets. About how to stagger our sign-ups, so it's least likely that any of us get matched up against each other. Previous years have figured out that if we sign up exactly 31 minutes after each other, we are 44% less likely to end up in battles against each other in the third quarter clash. Oh, so the battles for the quarter clash 1 are going to be really easy? Let me put this way. In 2002, I battled against in total 3 Bidoof in quarter clash 1, and that was against 3 different trainers. Yes. Oh, well, I could probably handle that. You've got Mega Altaria. What the fuck? She does? And that's just one of your Pokemon. Stop forgetting. Sorry. Oh boy. This is going to be a year. When the team was just a few dozen meatheads, everyone blended together, but this year, everyone's idiosyncrasies are really going to stand out. We should probably do some team building exercises just so that our personalities don't cause too many problems later on down the line. Hey, why are you looking at me? Are you want to piss me? Huh? Does everyone know I'm the best and the smartest and biggest level Pokemon here? I'm going to be the champion. Why are you looking at me? Huh? Well, shut up. After doing some cringe-inducing icebreakers, you begin some intense training that culminates in you doing push-ups with Mega Ampere on your back. Okay. Why? How does it me doing push-ups help Pokemon battling? Are you drunk, Janine? Why am I doing push-ups? And are you doing push-ups with me? Apparently this one builds Pokemon trainer bond. Okay, whatever. Ha! 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 That's 99, ma'am. I'm not a ma'am, and if you've got enough breath left to speak, you have enough breath to do another 20. No. That's not how it works. That's not how biology works, idiot. Yes, Clobbopus, you bulk up. I need some more weight. Okay, well, I'm not gonna comment on this. More? I can barely breathe. He has a Pichu on his back. Pichu weighs 4.4 pounds. That's about the weight of a pair of boots. Yeah, what if there's like Larvitar who weighs like 50 kilograms? Then it's not gonna work. Your Pokemon all benefit greatly from experience. Oh, Mega Ampere's level 12. Let's see, Electro Ball. Faster the user, stronger the attack. I'm not sure if I want it. My speed is 27. Okay, let's forget Thunder. No, it is. This has a paralyze chance, but also Thunder Wave could be paralyzed with 90% accurate. Okay, let's forget Thunder. So let's take Electro Ball. It's gonna be fine, I think. Janine announces the Battle team will hold a mandatory meeting Monday night. Presents you all back your doors, battered, sore, and satisfied. Okay. Dude, is it weird to say that I'm starting to like the pain? Nah, Janine has that effect on me too. Early morning? What? Whoa, why are you at early morning awake? Okay, but I think this is a good place to stop. So thank you for joining in the Pokemon Academy Life Forever. I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.